throw a lot at Luka and try making other guys beat you. Not the result you guys got at the end of the night, but I mean, the game plan worked as far as make other people beat you, try to get the ball out of his hands. Was it what you guys were doing, or is it the personnel that kind of made it difficult for him?
Yeah, I mean, we threw a lot of stuff at him, Joe, to your point. You know, just with the way he's been playing, you know, averaging almost 40 a game. You know, he gets everybody involved. We tried to, as much as we could, in specific areas of the floor, trap him, you know, so he could kind of pull across. He's such a great player with great size that he generated a lot of shots. I gave him credit for the way he played because the difference in the game was Hardaway and Derek Jones and Grant Williams. I think they would combine for like 17 for 31 from three, you know, and we did a pretty good job getting in there and closing out. But I think where it becomes really, really problematic is when Luka's getting 35, those other guys were involved, and he's getting to the free throw line. So, you know, we had our opportunities. It was late. I thought we had some rebounding, you know, issues where we had a couple of rebounds we just couldn't get. And then I think the fouling, certainly the three-point differential in the game. But you know, we competed, and you know, we didn't shoot the ball again particularly well, and that certainly was a factor with those other guys stepping up. You know, Derek took a lot. Derek Jones, he was 3 for 9, but the other guys, Grant Williams in particular, and Hardaway, you know, got free. But it was just more. That was kind of the mentality going into the game, is we were going to try to do as much as we could to try to slow him down and just throw different stuff at him.
On the Hardy and then the green threes, that kind of staggered.
Yep.
Obviously, you're going to go watch the film, but from what you remembered, did you like the rotation, or did the rotations come a little slow on those?
You know, I think when they got some switches and Luka was out there in space, you know, we just went to try to hit him and just get the ball out of his hands. I thought we rotated a little bit slowly, and we kind of overran some closeouts where they kind of they went by us and they got sprayed back out. And another one, we were late on a three-point shot. The one he skipped late to Williams, we were in protecting the rim. But, you know, we tried to get there. But the Hardy to the one, your point, I didn't think the closeouts were great. We maybe were a step late on the rotation.
Felt like second chance opportunities were kind of a little bit of a killer tonight.
Yep.
In terms of ones that you guys missed, and then also Mavs being able to get those few at the end. What's just kind of your takeaway in terms of how to...
I think because we were scrambling so much, I gave our guys credit. I thought our guys worked defensively. They really tried, I think, to your point, the three-point line, the offensive rebounding in particular. But some of it is, you know, be good for us to see on film. When you're in rotation like that, you're a lot of times the guy you're guarding, you're having to rotationally block somebody out. And we missed some. There was a couple times where Vooch had to come over, and we didn't really crack down on top of Lively enough, and he kept a few balls alive on the backboard. But there's no question there was a couple of them that were like in key moments in the game that we needed to come down with that we were unable to.
You had Kobe on Luka for some of those last possessions defensively. We've talked a lot about his growth as a defender. What does it mean to be able to feel comfortable kind of putting him in that key of a matchup in those moments?
Yeah, I mean, we knew that was going to happen sometimes because they switched the matchup. He was guarding Patrick and Caruso, then they switched and put him on Kobe. And we put Kobe in some actions, you know, late with Zach. But you're going to get cross-match, right? And I've said this, I think, from day one. We just can't be the kind of team that we're just going to put a guy on an island, especially against a player like that. You know, so even though Kobe battled and fought and did a really good job, we got to have built-in help there, and we got to protect each other as best we can. And you know, and again, we tried to take the ball out of his hands as much. We trapped him in certain areas of the floor. We trapped him on the sides. You know, for a period of time, we trapped him in the middle, and we kind of switched and went back and trapped him after we got to switch. So we were just trying to throw different things to keep him off balance because so much of it goes through him, and not only the scoring but the passing.
Billy, there aren't many arenas where we actually get to sit this close again, or still. But so to actually hear Kobe, you guys have talked about his voice. He doesn't soft talk guys either. He seems to have really kind of found how he's going to talk to guys, and it's not with soft hands. Is that good to see that he is taking that role, and he doesn't seem to be, you know, backing down from letting guys know how he feels or what he did wrong or what they did wrong?
I think the thing, Joe, is like I think I mentioned to you, maybe you asked me a couple games ago about like his voice is because of his contract.
I haven't had.
Yeah.
curious.
Exactly. I think a lot of it is the relationship he's built with those guys. You know, he's been with Zach for a period of time. He's now been with Zach with Vooch and DeMar. I think Vooch and DeMar have opened themselves up to say, listen, hold me accountable too. You know, if I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing, you know, and that makes it easier for younger players. But I think Kobe's invested into the team. And I think when someone's intentions are all about the team and all about winning, it's hard to second guess. Now, if you got a guy out there that's just selfish and is not going to help on defense, put his body in plays, and now all of a sudden he's starting to have a big voice and he's not doing the physical things, like everybody's going to make mistakes, but it's more like the intention. And I think because Kobe's developed good relationships with those guys, it puts him in a position that he can do some of that.